Did you know that Ubisoft might be saved because of a single game that is on its road to become one of their best games in the following years to come? I'm talking about Skull and Bones. Now, I know many of you surely won't agree, but that's why I'm here to prove you wrong. My name is Mr. Re, and prepare yourself, because maybe I'm gonna change your mind. For the last few weeks, I've been stuck, wondering what should I play. Until I saw a trailer of a game made by Ubisoft, and after watching it, I just fell in love with the game. Of course, it's Ubisoft. You can't just buy it without documenting at first, or looking at the reviews, especially the reviews, right? I managed to buy the game at half price of its actual value, and still, there were a lot of money involved. So I installed it and clicked play, just like any other gamer. The game had only 2 hours to convince me, and would you believe me, it already started really bad. Not because of the gameplay, but... Okay, so basically I can't quit, so I will have to find like that.
It's the big shit we want! Two pirates taking us on in pure folly!
A few moments later.
Oh boy. Alright, so we are in the game, and now let's see what we have here. Why does it show like that? Oh boy. After that, I use GeForce. Anyways, we are going to compare this game a little bit with another 2 candidates, which are Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Sea of Thieves. Alright, now let's start with the story. As any other pirate story, you are a nobody, and your job is to rise in ranks all the way to become one rich of a pirate. The same structure comes for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Captain Kenway, who is trying to become rich to return to mainland, to reunite with his wife, while Sea of Thieves lets you create your own story, but can follow tall tales. I haven't researched a lot about the story in Sea of Thieves, but I think it's also really beautiful. The story for Skull and Bones evolves around seasons, something similar with Forerunner, but in Forerunner we barely know the story, because we are focused more on killing each other and taking our souls.
Of course that works. Why wouldn't it?
The story helps new players to understand the game better. I convinced a friend of mine to play it, and would you believe it, he enjoys it. Right now the game is in year 2, season 2, and in July a new season will come. Let's say you want to buy the game in season 3. No problem. A new story will come, but it will continue from the original story. That means you will have to do the story from year 1 and then continue with year 2, which has the new stories that are about to come in the near future. And the quests are really interesting. As you progress, you get more infamy that you use to get various rewards. Basically, you will start at 0, and the game will help you understand what's happening along the way. As you progress, you get more ships to unlock and customize. I think that each game has its own story based on the type of the game, because Assassin's Creed Black Flag is all about assassinating people, sinking ships and progressing through the story, while Sea of Thieves lets you forge your own path and having a good time. And finally, Skull and Bones, where you have to play the first part of the story only to increase the rank, again so-called infamy. And after that, you can team up with other people to progress and gain more riches. The idea is that once you get more infamy, you get more people to help you, because I looked at every Reddit post and many were complaining because of the fact that nobody was answering on the chat. The reason for that, my fellow viewers, is because in Skull and Bones, that's how I learned the hard way, you have to actually progress more alone, so that in the future people will understand that you are dedicating yourself to this game. Of course, not every day, but in general. Now, we talked about ships, so I think it's time to go for them. To go on short, Assassin's Creed has one ship, and it's a medium one, which is nice, and you have your own crew with chance. Again, it's really beautiful because, what can I say, at least it's not a small one. For Sea of Thieves you have only 4 ships, a sloop, which can carry 1 to 2 players, a brigantine, 2 to 3 players, and a galleon, 4 players. The ship itself is empty if you have no friends or players around you. For Skull and Bones, it copies the same formula of Assassin's Creed. However, now it's more interesting because not only you have your own crew, a little pet by your side, and chance, but you have up to 18 ships from small to medium. And guess what?
New layer of hostility. We are introducing something you've been asking for since our game's release. It's time for us to go big. Playable light ships will be making their way into Skull and Bones this year, starting with the frigates in Season 2.
This is huge, not gonna lie. And I always dreamed of having a big ship sailing around the sea, which is why this game delivers it. Also, about customization, Sea of Thieves have some great visuals like the whole sails, figurehead, cannons, capstan, wheel and flags. But so does Skull and Bones. It has full customization of the ship. From the crew outfits, sails, it even has a special skin for Brigantine, one of the best ships in the game at this point of the game. Alright, let's move on, shall we? The next subject is combat. For the combat system, I think we can all agree Assassin's Creed wins this one. Only because of the visuals, crew participating during the fights, and how amazing Captain Kenway moves. Like one of the best assassins, we can say. Or I can say. Then we have Sea of Thieves, because you indeed can board other ships, steal their treasures, and fire with weapons. Every weapon has its own abilities. And speaking of abilities, we now have Skull and Bones, which I have to say right now, they only have fighting using cannons, demi-cannons, torpedoes, and many other interesting weapons you can use based on the ship. I know, pretty disappointing, you know. Oh my god.
This is the year we'll be introducing land combat. We're introducing an exciting new feature that enhances your pirate experience, perfectly complementing your adventures on the high seas.
Next we have graphics. Guys, you already saw what happened when I first joined. This means that I had to use GeForce, which means Skull and Bones indeed has some great visuals. The sea is beautiful and you have some decent music while fighting with other clans. Trying to hold yourself because the waves are huge. The ships are just amazing looking, and I think that the developers made a good job on trying to recreate many aspects from Assassin's Creed to this game. As for Sea of Thieves, my honest opinion, it has a cartoonish style, I can say. Like the characters, the sea, and the ships are sort of a cartoonish style. I can't say it's bad because many people are more involved into the content, which... For this part, I will only talk about Skull and Bones. I should have invested a bit more time into researching Sea of Thieves, but since I'm not playing it, Skull and Bones has the storyline which takes a good amount of time. Then you have elites to kill around the world, which offers you different rewards, just like Assassin's Creed. You also have sea monsters to kill, like a giant ancient dragon or sea beasts. Now you might say, but this game doesn't have bigger threats like Megalodon or PvP content?
To battle other pirates in a brand new team-based mode. Capture control points around the maps, outwit opponents, and unleash epic ultimates like the devastating La Pez Morphstone, Sanctuary, Sunken Ruins, and Mukiti Falls. Earn rewards, ships, weapons, armor, and more that carry over to...
By the end of the year, our final season, Eye of the Beast, brings the Year 2 saga to a breathtaking and thrilling conclusion. Once neutral sea people take it upon themselves to summon a fearsome beast to rid the Indian Ocean of mega corporations and pirates alike.
This season, we're introducing the Kraken. From dodging their tentacles to avoiding its speed attacks, the Kraken promises to be a feast for a beast.
People might ask, is what to do after completing everything? The answers for that, my fellow viewer, is that once you finish everything, you will realize that you spent up to 100 hours in this game, and more hours are yet to come, which means that the 20 euros you spent were well deserved. Of course, I do not recommend on buying this game at 40 euros. I would recommend to buy it if you want on PC when, well, let's say summer sale comes. Or if you have a PlayStation, guess what? It's on the market for free if you have PS Plus. To put on a conclusion, Sea of Thieves and Skull and Bones are different. Sea of Thieves is indeed superior because of other aspects. If you really wish to fight only with a sword, cannons, go for it. If you have a friend to be your crew, then sure. It's a lot fun. It's so much fun. You can also make a group of 3 players in Skull and Bones, and not only fight against ships, you can also plunder islands for resources, but many players decided not to give it a shot because of its poor performance in its first year. And now, in year 2, seems like it's slowly improving. If you look at its reviews, many compare it to these two subjects. Many are mad about this game because it's not like Assassin's Creed, but many don't realize that this game was not meant to be 100% Assassin's Creed. It is sort of a MMO game. Maybe I'm wrong. I do not know exactly how to describe this game because it's not meant to be all out realistic. Sea of Thieves is not realistic, but that's why each game is special in its unique way. What I am really happy for this game is about its graphics. They just look, literally, they look amazing. The future still feels promising about this game, and developers are actually trying to do something, but the only thing that stops them are, well, money. Maybe. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first discussion video. I know it wasn't the best. If you have more comments to say, if you have some disagreements, you can leave them down below because I am really excited to read them.